All right, what's up, family? It's none other than your boy Jay Giddens, the father. As usual, remember to be positive, optimistic, keep positive people in your circle, as those three things are key to ensuring positivity is invited into your future. Um, Before anything, I want to first off just apologize for being a little late for anybody who expected me on time at 3:33 p.m., which is what I had stated. I ended up, I had to take care of some family things. We had to go to WIC, which for those who don't know is the Woman, Infant, and Children program, which was started originally by the Black Panthers, and then was taken over by the government after they was infiltrated and whatever. But anyway, I had to go to the WIC program, and then I made a stop on the way back. We had to pick some things up from the store, Pampers, and then my goddess's father stopped by, came to see the children and everything. So we kind of had some things take place, which led to me being late. So my apologies for that. But let's go ahead and get into it because, anytime that I jump on a video, you know that I'm coming for three reasons. That's the eyes, the three eyes, right? Which if you watch my videos, you should know is to give you information, to give you insight, and to give you inspiration. So I'm always trying to inspire for you to want to look for information yourself, because all of the stuff that I'm talking about is stuff, for the most part, that's available to everybody. It's just a matter of you wanting to find the information. So that's the only thing I have that I guess you would say, other people that don't have, that aren't doing this, is just the drive and the care to want to get this information out and to have an attachment to it. And listen, let's just go ahead and jump into it. So the title of this video is the UNFPA, right, which is the United Nations, right? The United Nations, for those who don't know, I'm going to show y'all, all right, because this is in addition to, this is kind of like an extension of what I was telling y'all about before, okay? This is the UNFPA. Take a look, right? Remember I was telling y'all about this child trans thing? How they trying to introduce children to lots of sexual things and, you know what I mean? Well, listen, the the UNFPA, right, is the United Nations Sexual and Reproductive Health Agency, right? So let's go ahead and go to their site, because there's some things I wanna bring to you, right? This is from the United Nations. Y'all want to keep that in mind. All right, so I just want y'all to take a look at this site, right? Some of the things that they're doing, right? And we're gonna go up to here, right? This drop down. We're gonna go to who we are and about us, right? Let me just show y'all. All right, y'all should all be aware of this, especially if you have children. This is something everybody should be aware of. So this is just showing you who they are, in terms of their origin. The UNFPA is the United Nations Sexual and Reproductive Health Agency. Our mission is to deliver a world where every pregnancy is wanted, every childbirth is safe, and every young person's potential is fulfilled. Now, this is the part here that already concerns me. See, when you say, so at first they say they want to deliver a world where every pregnancy is wanted, right? So whatever, that can seem benign. You're just trying to assist women, right? You want to help women. Every childbirth is safe, right? So that means you want to monitor, you want to, whatever, okay? But then here we get to every young person's potential is fulfilled. This is where there's an encroachment on children's freedom of thought, you know what I mean, in terms of it being in accordance with what life is in general, right? So let's go ahead and go down. So these are the things that they support, right? So they have a list of 10 things they support. I want to go over them and just give my perspective or just, let's just go over it, right? So number one, they support reproductive health care for women and youth in more than 150 countries. We don't care how many. They support reproductive health care for women and youth, right? This is something that when you say they support it, you have to give more detail about what they mean for this to really, for me to detail to you why that could be malignant, right? But let's move to the second one. The health of pregnant women, especially the 1 million who face life-threatening complications, right? So that seems benign, right? Let's keep moving. The third one, reliable access to modern contraceptives sufficient to benefit 20 million women. Forget these numbers. These are trying to play on your, you know what I mean? They want to provide reliable access to modern contraceptives, right? That's what they want to do. Number 4, training of thousands of health workers to help ensure at least 90%. See this part, to help ensure 90%, this is a play on your psyche, okay? Ignore that. Well, you do what you want to do, but this is how I read this. Training of thousands of health workers, right? That's what they want to do. This part, to help ensure all of that, is to play on your emotion and to kind of sway you out of thinking, critically, right? Number 5, prevention of gender-based violence, which affects 1 in 3 women, right? So they want to prevent gender-based violence. This is about protecting the community, the trans community that's going to be being created, which we're going to see shortly. Number 6, abandonment of female genital mutilation, which harms, forget the which harm. So they want to support the abandonment of female genital mutilation, right? And we'll discuss what that is. Number 7, prevention of teen pregnancies, complications. Prevention of teen pregnancies, complications of which are the leading. Prevention of teen pregnancies. See this complication of what this is about. This is about playing on your. Oh look, 15 and 9. These are statistics that are meant to sway you. Okay, so they want to prevent teen pregnancies. Number 8, efforts to end child marriage. So they want to end child marriage. Okay, that doesn't sound bad. I mean, Number 9, delivery of safe birth supplies, dignity kits, and other life-saving materials to survivors of conflict and natural disasters. Right, so they want to deliver safe birth supplies and dignity kits. Right, so this means they can provide you with everything that you need in terms of birth. And then number 10, census, data collection, and analysis, which are essential for development planning, right? So this is what they support. But let's go down a little bit further and find out because I want to show you something specifically here. Now, if you take a look, right, here, wait a second, bear with me. This is just telling you where they came from, right? Formerly named United Nations Population Fund, right? Created in 1969, right? So this just tells you about what it is. All right, so this is like a vague statement of what they do because they're not really speaking specifically about children. But I want to show you something specific, and I believe it's, bear with me, y'all, because I was all throughout this site. I think it's under what we do and sexual and reproductive health. So you can follow from that, okay? Okay. Now, there's a specific link that I'm just going to go to because I want to show you what they are doing. That is what I consider to be an atrocity, or just not. It's not here, y'all. Bear with me. Where is it? Hold on. Maybe it's under. Hold on. Bro, where did I? Hold on. Where was I? Was I under family planning? I feel like it was definitely under sexual. I think it was. Bear with me. I think it was one of these. It's a link, but it's also a part of a paragraph. Well, look, I know what it's called either way, so I can look it up to show it to you, but it's called CSE. Hold on. Let me see if that's Comprehensive Sexuality Education. All right. This is the link to it on the site. It annoys me that I wasn't able to get you to this on there because I did find it. But look, take a look. This is going to be added to the curriculum in schools. And the UNFPA is actually currently in the process of switching governments over to adding this to the curriculum for schools, right? Every young person will one day have life-changing decisions to make about their sexual and reproductive health. Yet research shows that the majority of adolescents lack the knowledge required to make those decisions responsibly, leaving them vulnerable to coercion, sexually transmitted infections, and unintended pregnancy, right? So what this is doing is painting a picture that, hey, we're trying to protect young people because they're growing up right now and they're handling sex inadequately. You know, that's the way you would intellectually position what's taking place. You know, they are in a position where they're not prepared for the sexual temptations that they have. You know, meanwhile, a lot of these sexual temptations and things that these teenagers are facing are being caused or remnants of the same organization that's claiming to want to do this, or at least affiliations with them. And that's, you know, things like the USDA, the FDA, you know, different approval of foods and things that are causing children to act this way, the promotion of materials and social engineering and all of these things. But I'm not going to go into that right now. But look, let's read on. Comprehensive sexuality education enables young people to protect and advocate for their health, well-being, and dignity by providing them with the necessary toolkit of knowledge, attitudes, and skills. It is a precondition for exercising full bodily autonomy, which requires not only the right to make choices about one's body, but also information to make these choices in a meaningful way. And because these programs or programmings, whatever, are based on human rights principles, they advance gender equality and the rights and empowerment of young people, right? So this is all setting up for the protection of any kind of a, creation of a new gender in itself. UNFPA works with governments to implement comprehensive sexuality education, both in schools and outside of schools, right? So they're telling you right now that they're working with governments to put this in schools and outside of school. Yo, this shit is not funny at all. Like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, in schools and outside of schools through community-based training and outreach. So that means you probably have different outreach programs. Y'all probably see different services pop up all of a sudden because they're getting government funding to start businesses. People are getting grants through, and they're pushing this type of stuff in the background. It could be a summer camp. It could be, just a group that becomes popular in a local area. All of these things. So just be aware of this. And, I would best suggest making your child aware of this. You know what I'm saying? Because like I told you, the children's minds are at a position where they are very vulnerable in terms of psychological manipulation, steering them in a certain direction and getting them to want to follow the direction you want them to go, right? So if you have a group of people and they make it their mission or their goal to get a bunch of boys to want to feel that they're girls, that is very likely to happen. There's a very high percentage. I mean, like I said in my other video when I was in tears about this, you could make a child think they were a fucking meat sickle pop, meat popsicle or some shit. Like, you could convince a child they're great, bro. I mean, and I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to a child. I'm saying that to applaud a child's imagination and ability to conceive anything. You know what I'm saying? But it can't be put into the hands of someone with a ulterior motive. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, the child needs to be in the hands of the parent. And that's because if there were to be any law that should be followed, it's the law of the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's cosmic law. And that child should definitely be guided by their parent, especially if the parent is in position to assure the well-being of the child as it works in accordance with life, right? You have balance, positive, negative, up, down, back, forward. What's up, Jizzle? One love to you, family. You have all of these things, and you have to keep a balance with those things. And in life, if you try to violate that universal law of male and female, you are, I guess, a term they were using in the Matrix is you playing God. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're playing God at that point. It's already bad enough that, they created animals. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's already bad enough that you got, like, cows, which are not natural, bovine. Like, in general, pigs, these are not natural creatures. These were created through processes like eugenics, different polymerization products that they ended up coming up with after gene editing, gene code splicing. You can look all of these things up. None of this is like far-fetched. But I'm just saying, it's a step beyond that when you try to take it to manipulating the way life works in general to work against itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like a virus, really. Like, you're implanting a destructive code inside of the DNA of the way something works and causing it to eat itself up from the inside. They're creating artificial babies. They have entire legions of artificial babies, and they're taking away the ability to create natural babies at the same time by convincing each gender that would be necessary in order to equate to a natural child to be unable to do so. And even the ones who are not wanting to do that, they are also convincing them to not like the opposite gender. So even if you do be like, I ain't with that trans shit, no, I don't think you should be trans, they still gonna go ahead and make the women like other women and the men like other men. You know what I'm saying? Or at least make the genders unattractive to one another. And this is like, I don't think people really understand the level. Like, hey, Jizzle. No, like I'm being real. Like, I don't think people really understand the level of what is taking place right now. Like, you're watching a battle of life, like between good and evil, between the devil and God. Like, you're watching that take place in front of your eyes. Like, the world is on the brink of either destruction or evolution. You know what I'm saying? Right now. You know what I mean? And it's you know what I mean? It's what it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So part of me just like, I understand it's kind of like you in a movie and this shit is just taking place. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we are all in this movie and we have our roles. So this is why I do this. Anytime that I jump on here live, again, I tell everybody it's for the 3 I's: to give you information, to give you insight, and to give you inspiration. And I'm trying to inspire people to want to do the same thing so that we can, you know what I'm saying, move this along a lot faster. Because if people had the information on the front of their mind that I'm talking about, they would make decisions differently throughout life, and shit would just end up changing. Like, you know what I mean? So, but that's the balance of life. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like, there's no cheating. There's no, we have to balance things. That's how it works. You know what I mean? With, anything, too much of anything is bad for you, of course. And too little of anything is bad for you. So we all got to do our part. So everybody, y'all make sure that y'all keep up with, let me show you also, just make sure that you keep up with, in addition to this site, this is what the site is, unfpa.org. Jizzle, I don't know if you caught that part when I went over that, but this is what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And if you read more about what this is that they're doing, they're you know what I'm saying? Like, let me see if I can, look at this. They give you some key facts about what they trying to do. Look what they say. Comprehensive sexuality education does not lead to earlier sexual activity or riskier sexual behavior. What? How do you figure that? How do you figure that letting a 5-year-old play with a dildo is not gonna increase the chances of them having sexual activity? Like, what kind of psychological game are you playing on somebody's mind to say that? Like, yo, like, it's like the audacity, nigga. I don't care how much you pay for your suit. I don't care how much you pay for your tie, nigga. I don't care what size limo you got out of and how much your salary is. How do you, don't lie to me. Like, don't do me like that, bro. It reach a point where it's like, don't play with me like that. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like you taking it a step beyond insulting my intelligence right now for you to say something to me like that. Do y'all feel me? Like, listen, if you watch this back, if you somebody watching this back and you hear it, and you watching this, or if I clip this and show you this, answer me this question, comment. How does this make you feel? Key facts about comprehensive sexuality education, which we just went over at the top. Comprehensive sexuality education does not lead to earlier sexual activity or riskier sexual behavior. Like, that don't make you feel like somebody trying to say you stupid. Like, that's like somebody saying, hey, let me let your kid watch porn. And I bet you they definitely not going to have sex earlier. Like, you'll be like, yo, get the fuck out. What? In fact, these programs reduce... They are trying to tell... Hey, family, I ain't doing this. I ain't doing. Y'all go to that website and you see this bullshit. I'm laughing because it's ridiculous, and I'm using the power of laughter to negate the effects that this is having on me right now, for real, because it's crazy. Like, real talk. And then, like I told y'all, like I was about to show you, right? If you go to, let me show you so you can know where I'm going. Congress.gov, right? Go to congress.gov, right? You can go here and you can type in here. Now, look, this, y'all want to definitely know about this, by the way. This is what's going to give them the ability to delete my account. and then tell me that I better not talk about what I'm talking about no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I gotta pay a fine, and then after you pay the fine, it's criminal. And you know what I'm saying? That's what this is about right here. The Restrict Act. You know what I mean? That's horrible. Let's take a look at it real quick, because that's actually not even what I was. That's not even what I was talking about. But that's that one that I just pulled up, 734. That's a good one too. But look, this one, right? Let's see what this one says. What's the summary? This bill requires for the Department of Commerce prevent, prohibit, investigate services any foreign adversary has interest in. So look, this is basically letting you know that anything that they consider to be in connection with a foreign adversary, they can disrupt it, prevent it, prohibit it, investigate it, and mitigate its transactions. So they can close accounts. They can do whatever they want. Like this is basically, you know what I'm saying? And this is the beginning, but we ain't even get into we ain't even get into what this shit. Oh, all right. I thought it was longer than that. My apologies. But look, so up here they already letting you know. Oh yeah, we're here to fuck shit up. Remember how they did on Step Brothers when they walked into the interview together? They was like, "We here to fuck shit up." That's what they telling you with this bill. But look, I think this one is about protecting children. Actually, this one right here, if I remember correctly. Let me see. What does it say? Specifically, bill provides that it is a violation of Text 9 of the Education Amendments. To allow individuals of the male sex to participate in programs or activities that are designated for women or girls. This right here, y'all, this right here. So I think I'm going to clip this. Let me go over this again so that when I clip this. All right, I'm going to clip it here. For the people that's watching this back, this is a bill when you go to Congress. Well, it's not a bill. It's not a bill yet. It's just in the House of Representatives, right? No, it is a bill. My apologies. It's not law yet, right? But when you go to congress.gov, they're going to show you the most viewed bills. The most viewed bills right now are this 6861, which basically says we're gonna come fuck shit up. Okay, we coming for all your shit. Say something. This bill is saying dare you. I dare you say something, nigga. This bill is saying we know we fucking up as the government. I dare you mention it, nigga. Right? That's that bill says. But 734 is about protecting women, and it's kind of like anti-trans in a way. All right, because this bill says, right, they tell you, this bill generally prohibits school athletic programs from allowing individuals whose biological sex at birth was male to participate in programs that are for women or girls, right? And it even goes on to tell you, right, that it does not prohibit male individuals from training or participating with programs or activities for the women or girls. So they saying, look, nigga, we ain't saying that y'all can't, like, be in women's shits or whatever, but we saying y'all not gonna be shoulder shrugger bitches. You not gonna be DD10 and Stone Cold Steve Austin tombstoning bitches. We not gonna have y'all doing that. That's disrespectful. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they saying chill out. Y'all can train them. Y'all can get their towels and mop the floor. You can do all that shit, right? And then they said they got the GAO, right? That's the Government Accountability Office. Y'all can look them up. They basically like a research team for the government. Supposedly, they don't have their own, you know what I'm saying? They don't have their own, they're biased. They're unbiased. They don't have a bias, right? They don't have their own, like, particular, particular thing at stake. Let's go. The Government Accountability Office must report on the benefits for women or girls in single-sex sports that would be lost as a result of male participation. So this right here is saying they have to, they're asking the GAO to do a statistical run to find out how many women or girls no longer want to participate if men gonna be bumping shoulder to shoulder and doing fucking bicep slams on their ass. All right. In particular, the report must document the negative psychological, developmental, participatory, and sociological effects of male participation on girls. So, this is a good thing for them to come up with this. I don't know of any bias that the GAO could have, Because again, just because they say they're unbiased, because you can look at what they are, right? And they're going to tell you they unbiased. Like if you go GAO, right? Let me see, Government Accountability Office is going to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Provides fact-based, non-partisan, right? Which means unbiased information to Congress, right? So they are basically just a group that's meant to like provide that. But I mean, look, you're supposed to have all political, all politics is supposed to be unbiased in terms of having the goal be what's best for America. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though you might have your own positioning, it's supposed to be we all still are doing what's best for America, meaning America's input is supposed to be what's, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you try and be like doing your thing, you do your thing with America's input, like not without it and with money. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just a whole, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I consider to be bias in that manner. So, but look, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I don't want this video to be too long. Jizzle, you can watch it back because you missed. I think you missed like probably like maybe five minutes or so when you had came in. If you want to, but if not, family, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Shout out to anybody else who does watch this back. I appreciate y'all. I do ask that y'all share the video, or you can chop up different parts if you want, or I'll send it to you if you don't feel like you want to send the whole thing, but it might have been a thing or two I said, or you can take it and put it out yourself. Put the information out, please, and just tell people what's going on, because that's the reason I'm doing the video anyway. I'm not looking for people to, like, you know what I'm saying, want it from me or nothing. Like, I want you to want to look it up. Like, I want you to get off the live and then be like, hey, yo, that shit crazy. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that may somehow infectiously become talked about amongst people, and that'll change. You know what I'm saying? All right, remember to be positive, optimistic, keep positive people in your circle, because those three things are key to ensuring positivity is invited in your future. It's your boy Jay Giddens out.